Hi.
Welcome
back to
the Honesty Hour with Liz, short
And
for
Brick.
Lizard, and Britchard. We thought that might be fun until we do suddenly reveal our identity. We thought it might never, unless I get that kitsch sponsorship.
I thought we said BetterHelp or Monster.
BetterHelp, Monster, or have you ever been on Kitsch? It's great.
No, but you've told me about it.
It's like Goop. Is that what it's called? Gwyneth Paltrow's?
Yeah.
But it's not shit. It's
Great.
not a fanny smelling candle.
Stop it.
It's heatless curlers, silk pillows,
Ooh.
bonnets, like it's that shit.
Oh, okay. I'll have to buy it.
It's girl math.
Girl math.
It's like that.
Girl dinner. Alright.
Girl dinner for us is a Bacardi.
Bacardi in Malibu.
No, quite literally, a tinny.
A tinny.
So,
Skinny legends.
to be fair, our topic today is health and well-being. I actually have an anecdote that is for the first time ever in this podcast.
Did you shit yourself?
Every day.
Every day.
No, I actually have an anecdote that is related to this topic. So, girls, goes and those.
Buckle up.
Yeah. I went to see my cosmetic surgeon yesterday. I told you, this is Honesty Hour.
Yeah.
And I need to get my lips dissolved to start again.
Why?
They have migrated.
What do you mean migrated?
So it's not in my lip anymore, it's here.
Oh! Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, how I love being a woman. Oh my god.
I went in and she told me and I was like, okay, cool, we've just got to do it. So I said, can I just leave them? Because I like, it's not terrible, and she said, well, it's not obviously what we would want. And I'm like, no, it's not, but I don't, it's not noticeable.
Yeah.
And she said, well, you can leave it, but there's an unknown amount of time before I would be able to treat you again.
Oh.
So it could be a year, it could be 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so she said, so basically the way that she relayed it to me is when a piece of filler migrates, it then seeps into a piece of skin that is different from your lips. So then the breaking down process is different. She framed it to me really well. She said, so there's those stubborn pieces of fat that we hold on to no matter how hard we exercise. There will always be these little bits, cellulite, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing with filler.
Ooh.
So it's in a different part of my face, essentially. And there's the filler. You guys can't see this.
You guys can't see
I'm making a fist, and then I'm cupping my other hand over said fist. So when you're doing rock, paper, scissors, and you do a rock and somebody else does paper, that's the gesture I'm doing. So here's the filler, and then this is water that's around it, and it's retained water. So this,
yummy.
So this has to break. This has to break down before this breaks down, and sometimes this can take years to break down.
Ooh, child. No
So
man.
yeah, so I said, oh, could we dissolve just the migrated area? And she said yes, but it's risky. So say for example you dissolve just the migrated filler, it could be 2 or 3 procedures until it's all gone. Whereas if I just do the whole thing, it's gone in 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
So
How much does filler cost?
filler is very expensive, so it's better that when your doctor advises you to just get rid of it, just get rid of it. And I said to her, I was like, oh, should I just give up? Because I have very thin lips. Should I just say that, okay, I tried filler and it wasn't for me? It's an expensive habit.
Yeah.
And she said, you can, but she goes, I don't think you'll be happy. As in, not like in myself, but she goes, you've had filler for years now. You've got very used to seeing yourself a certain way. And if your lips go they'll be slightly bigger than they were initially, but they won't be how they are.
Big,
yeah, they won't be as big. And she goes, I don't think, because you've gone through this whole process and you've started to accept the way that your face looks now. So she said, I think you'll want to come back. And I was like, I will anyway, but if you advised me that it was better just to cut my losses and my finances, I would obviously take it. But she goes, we can see what happens. And I said, okay.
Great.
And she was so cute because she was so, like, oh my god, she was just the loveliest. She was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, it's nothing that you've done.
Yeah, you've only done your job.
I did a lot of research because I think I might slightly be a hypochondriac. And this doctor forum that I found, he said that it can just happen over time.
Yeah.
If you have an overactive face, a very expressive face, sometimes it just pushes out.
Yeah.
You know? And they said if the practitioner had overfilled it, you would know instantly.
Yeah.
When I got the procedure done last in April, it was fine. It was absolutely fine.
Yeah.
And it was fine for months. I've only started to notice this like in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So it's just something that's happened. It's just the way that some people's body works and stuff like that. But now we just have to be careful.
Yeah. And you've had your cheeks done as well, right?
Yeah, I only got my cheeks done once, interestingly. So I imagine that the filler's probably gone by now.
She's
but
gone.
yeah, like cheeks was kind of, it was a treat. It was nice, but I'm not. Whereas I feel like nobody needs lip fillers, but I feel like in order for me to have a top lip, I need fillers.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? And it's something nice myself, but I must say, it did bring up some very ugly past feelings about how I looked. It was ugly, yeah.
I'm sure, because it's
like she was explaining that so basically what they put hyalurase, I think it's called. So they put hyalurase in your face, which removes. So your body naturally produces hyaluronic acid.
Yeah.
That's why we have creams that boost it. Fillers has hyaluronic acid in it. It's a component that the body has anyway, but can reduce.
Yeah.
She said that basically when I put the hyalurase or whatever it's called in it, it actually depletes your body of hyaluronic acid. So your lips will be thinner than they were before, initially, before any procedures, before your body starts to reproduce it. So she goes, it will be a real shock.
Ooh.
So I was like,
great.
Sick. But she said so give it a week and then your body will start to just to reproduce it. But yeah, our birthday dinner, I'm going to have cat bum lips. She was hilarious. She was like, you're not going anywhere, are you? And I said, I have a hen do literally next week. She goes, okay, so we won't do it. She goes, can you live with this? I said, I didn't even really notice until you said something.
Yeah.
And she was like, can you live with this? She goes, we're not going to do it because you're going to Ibiza and I think you'll be really miserable. And I said, I love you for that.
Thanks, girl.
And she goes, we'll do it when you get back. And I was like, babe, love you. Queen.
My
Queen
God.
behaviour. And do you know what she did? She was so sweet.
She gave you a hug.
No, we hug each other on entry anyway. No, she booked me, so the procedure only takes about half an hour, 45 minutes, but she booked me in for an hour.
Queen.
She goes, just in case you just want to just sit and have a cry, yeah. Aww. I was like, I can't say her name because obviously, protect her privacy, but Dr. Frankenfurter, you know who you are. And I appreciate you, girl. I appreciate you. Love you. Like, she's a queen. Like, queen behaviour. She's the original girl boss as well.
The original girl boss.
Like, can you imagine? So half an hour to an hour treatments, 220 quid plus a treatment. So the cheapest treatment that she does do is... Actually, the cheapest treatment she does, is a lip flip, which is 200. So 200 plus pounds per treatment. And she works till 8 o'clock. She does 10 till 8.
Oh my god. Yeah, because I assume people who work 9 to 5.
Well, I went after work yesterday.
Are working until 6, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I literally went after work yesterday.
Does she work weekends as well?
Some places, but not the place that I go to. So she works in different clinics across the UK. Like, the fuck?
Oh my god.
Making a killing every day.
I mean, I have a friend who does lip tattooing and microblading and all that stuff.
I might consider that,
and
lip tattooing. Like, just to... have...
line it.
Yeah, line it.
I mean, I don't know what she does, but she moved to Dubai, and I was
that tax-free money.
No, it's just a lot of her clients were coming from Dubai to fucking Bishop Stortford.
That's near my parents.
I know. I know. And so she was like, well, I have a few clients in Dubai.
It's tax-free as well.
That's true. But it was more her clientele is a lot of coming, flying into Stansted to go get their eyebrows done with this girl. Yeah,
I would never get my eyebrows done. But
you and I don't need to.
Yeah, we're good.
We're
good. Do you know what I mean? I do have cat bum lips, but peaks and troughs. My eyelashes are jet black and really long, and I have huge eyebrows. And my nose is also fine.
Speaking of,
so on the spectrum I think I'm alright.
I'm alright.
And oh yeah, no braces, no teeth whitening.
No braces.
We are fine.
We're perfect.
We all have to have something, don't we?
A flaw.
But you know what also brought it up as well?
What?
Like, these men out here can get away with cat bum lips.
Oh my god, these men can get...
Benedict Crinkle Cut Patch.
Oh.
Eddie Redmayne.
Oh, stop it.
Matt Hancock!
Yeah, no. What's that picture of, like, Tom Holland and, someone else... And,
he's fucking dating one of the most attractive women in the world.
And he doesn't have lips.
And he has no top lip. But me? Little old me? Yeah. Lizard? No. Unacceptable. Which I find bonkers.
We'll get into the
think about so we're talking about celebrity culture today as well within the wellness industry.
Yeah, which is essentially like capitalizing on people's
ill health or even
insecurities. Like, I didn't know, like, why is Miss Gwyneth Paltrow making me put a fucking rock in my
fanny
pussy?
Does she do that?
Yeah, it has a little rock. And, like, you steam your fanny.
Steam?
Yeah, you sit.
What do you have to do? Sit over that throat steamer?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I think it's, like, a proper one. But it's one of those, like, silly shit where it's, like, women find an insecurity about smell, which is completely normal.
Oh, listen, so it's supposed to
clean,
balance your pH.
Yeah, but, like,
fuck.
Smell's supposed to be normal. Obviously, if it smells a little too fishy, then get that checked.
But that's a very normal.
That's also very normal.
Like I think I saw it. Like the amount of times you'll have thrush in your life.
Yeah, or also like,
which is what that is. Which is literally what that is.
Yeah, and also like, I saw this thing where it's like little pills that make your vagina taste different.
I saw that.
Like pineapple and peach. That's not normal, babe.
No, and you're actually.
And if your man or woman doesn't want to give you head, reconsider.
DJ Khaled.
Anyway.
So where is your health at, Richard?
So, what you say?
I said, where's your health at, Richard?
Richard. Brick for short.
Brick for short. I think we roll with this.
This is just going to be so much easier for me to edit our names out now.
That's the thing.
Brick
and Liz.
Brick and Liz. That sounds like a cartoon show. Like, if I saw that on, like, Cartoon Network at 9 a.m., I'd fucking be there.
Rick and Lizard.
Brick.
I mean,
Brick and Liz.
But there's a communal name for those, like, dudes and, like, frat boys in America. It's Brad, Chad, and Zad.
Zad?
Zad. Or whatever it is.
So we are Brick and Liz.
Brick and Liz.
Richard
and Lizard.
Right. So my health.
Your
my
health
is
yes, you were discussing it earlier.
An incredibly, I think it's probably the most healthiest relationship I've had with my body and my health. And that
health and body are different though.
Yeah. But I think they're intertwined in some way. And that happy middle of it doesn't matter if I'm not the skinniest person, it doesn't mean I'm the unhealthiest out there. And
people need to really realise that, like, all these, like, fat-phobic people out there that are like, she's fat, she needs to, not you, but, like, she's fat. Lizard. She's fat, she clearly needs to, like, hit the treadmill, and it's like, you have no idea of the complexities of somebody's body.
And it happened within my own family, because the amount of times my dad was like, you've gained a little weight, you probably need to go to the gym. Let's go to the gym, let's see how much you can squat, so...
Like,
Let's get the children who are skinnier than me.
But I also find
to do
it
exactly
funny
the same
as well,
thing
because it's often men that make these comments when they actually don't look like a Sports Illustrated themselves.
Yeah, and also the difference is the autonomy within men. If a woman who's educated in this says something, I'm like, well, you understand my anatomy as a woman. You understand how much my body fluctuates within the 4 phases of fucking period.
So I've got 2 weeks till my period and I'm already bloated.
You're gonna be on our period on my birthday.
Yeah, no, I am.
Oh.
At least I'm not on during Ibiza though.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Anyway, so but it's like men who honestly just comment and it's like, shut the fuck up. Learn how to wipe your ass and not stain your underwear and then
shave your butthole.
That's true.
Oh, that would be my advice for the day.
Shave your asshole.
Shave your butthole. Bum beards.
Anyway, but yeah.
Bum beards are okay if you accept that my fanny doesn't taste like pineapple.
Legit. Men will show up with like unshaven assholes but expect me to like taste like cotton candy. Wrong. Anyway, so my health's good. I did have a little bit of a dip because coming back from Spain, I realised, and I usually go to Spain often, but this time I took my flatmate, and I was seeing it through new eyes, through fresh eyes. Like, I don't know if when you have friends who
What do you mean by that, though?
Like, to me, that town's just my family town. And I don't have to explain anything to anyone because everyone's from there. But I brought my flatmate who's never been, and so I'm explaining these things to her, and like she's seeing how my family interacts and what we talk about in like dinner and all that stuff. And it was so shocking how triggering it really was.
Was she like making comments like
No, she wasn't, but she was calling me out on the body checking and small details, because everywhere you go, in every supermarket there's anti-cellulite cream, weight loss pills, and like, yes, it's good to have that and take care of, which first off, they don't work.
They don't work, yeah.
They don't work.
Literally about to say they don't work.
But then there's also posters everywhere of like, let's fight obesity, and like can we, and I understand that it is an issue, but it's so bad. It's really bad, because you can't go to any supermarket in Spain and not see anti-cellulite cream. Like, you can't go into any pharmacy.
What's in it?
I don't fucking know, because it doesn't fucking work. But just Spanish society is just like traditionally very fat phobic, and like literally within the 10 minutes of us being there, I was talking to my aunts, and my flatmate was standing next to me, and all of a sudden, were you doing
lots of translating?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But even if I didn't translate this, because I just didn't want her to.
Yeah.
They were all of a sudden just like, oh my god, you look skinnier. I was like, oh no, like I literally, and then like at dinner, every single conversation was something about gaining weight or a diet or what to do that works for me or what.
Was it just a table of women or like?
Yeah, and like they just discussed this. I was like, do we not have anything else better to talk about than our weight? And like, they're not commenting on me because I've called them out before and they know not to do it.
Yeah.
But it's like,
are they larger or like?
They're just women who have had kids and work. Like, it's just regular bodies.
Yeah.
There's nothing bad. It's not like
they're fit and healthy.
Yeah, well, like, you know, it's not a concerning size.
Yeah.
You know, but that's just, my family's very short with wide hips. That's, you know,
that's it.
And fat manifests differently in every single woman's body, and that's absolutely fine.
It sits differently as well.
It sits differently as well, you know. My mom's side of the family, it's in the stomach. My dad's side of the family, it's in the hips. I was blessed with both.
Mine sits in my fucking tits.
Yeah, that one.
Or my gunt. I do have a bit of a gunt.
Oh my god. But yeah, so
be proud of your gunt, ladies.
Fupa.
Fupa.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like, and I immediately started body checking. My family had to be like, stop body checking. It's like, stop.
That's horrible though.
It's even though they weren't making comments about me, the way they talked about each other and the culture of like weight loss and like obesity clinics and all that stuff.
Do you think there's like sometimes triggering. Though in like particularly like Latin society, everybody is really honest, aren't they? Everybody is really kind of like, but they don't have this like, what's the word? I call it sort of like British
honesty.
Yeah, British honesty, which is I'm gonna think it. You're going to see it on my face, but I'm going to say absolutely nothing.
I think it's just pure self-hatred and misery manifesting and projecting onto other people.
Catholic guilt.
And it's not nice, because if this is what you're saying about yourself, what are you thinking about me?
Because as well, like, people pick up kind of on that. So if you have children and you're maybe, like you say, body checking and, you know, looking at yourself in the mirror, trying this, trying that, it's not working. Like, your children will inevitably also pick up on that and potentially adopt those habits.
Yeah, and I'm quite lucky that London has, obviously I've had my issues, but there's not this culture in London.
I think there can't be.
There's just too many type of people here. Yeah. And
you will always see somebody who looks like you.
Yeah, and I think that's
where you don't feel alone.
Like, obviously, I'm still very tough on myself when it comes to like weight loss or like staying active and like doing yoga and going on a walk and all that stuff.
She's got into it, guys.
Yes,
she made fun of me for my pilates, but she's fucking done it now.
Yeah,
It's actually fucking
But you know what
killer.
it is? It's because I'm doing research on my chronic illness, and
pilates.
It's the high impact thing that has been fucking me up.
I've also got to
pilates.
stop calling it pilates.
And pilates.
It helps.
Or pilates. Pilates.
It helps genuinely with
yoga.
everything.
Yeah.
Like everything.
Yeah, I don't feel half as exhausted as I did weightlifting. Anyway, so it's just like, yeah.
Health is a journey.
Health is a journey, and I think that's why I'm saying that I'm quite content with where I'm at right now. But it's just this past weekend going back home and seeing the triggers and how it affected me, being called out by someone. Because if I went by myself, I honestly probably wouldn't have thought about it. But because someone external called me out, I was like, oh shit. And I've had a little bit of a dip, but baby steps. We're getting there. How are you?
How am I? I am fatigued all the fucking time. And I don't
Vitamin
know
D
why.
deficiency.
Oh, fucking tell me about
And
it.
iron.
Iron, yes, probably. But my health as the whole. So I have a heart condition.
Which I didn't know about yet. We've been friends for about 7 years now.
So, but you
officially 7 years.
But you know me. I'm actually quite a private person.
Yeah, but bitch, we have had a podcast for about 5 months now.
Naturally, I'm a private person. Just in general, like, I don't really tell people about work. Well, I can't really tell people about work, so I don't really tell people about my health. I am actually quite British in the fact that I genuinely just suffer in silence.
Yeah.
Like,
which is horrible.
You guys didn't really know I had a boyfriend until a good few months in.
Which, that's different, though, because I wouldn't also, me saying this, but I would also...
I think you guys just saw him on my Instagram and just assumed.
Yeah. I think I wouldn't formally introduce my boyfriend until, like, a couple of months in.
But I wouldn't bother formally introducing him.
Not formally, but, you know, like...
No, I wouldn't even bother. I'd let you guys put the pieces together. But yes, naturally...
I love a puzzle.
Naturally, I am quite
private.
Yes, very private person. Which is strange. But my health, is interesting for me because I think similarly to you, I'm quite hypercritical of the way that I look. Ergo, 5 minutes ago when we were talking about lips. And I do actually spend quite a long time looking at myself in the mirror. And yeah, I'm very critical. But yes, in terms of my health at the moment, so I have my heart condition, but that's fine. But I'm just so tired all the time. I'm getting enough sleep. I'm eating enough for myself. I feel if people listen to this, they're going to be like, you don't eat enough. But, so I just tend to snack throughout the day and then have a big meal for dinner. I know that's not... I'm a grazer. I know that's not healthy, but I know for myself, if I were to have 3 square meals a day, I wouldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
Because I would literally be fucking exhausted.
Full, yeah.
Like, I'll have a
big... time, 3 times a day.
That's it. If I had a big lunch, I would be shattered.
Yeah.
And I am. I'm tired, I'm droopy, I'm sleepy. So, yes. So, it can't... I don't think it's... I'm not eating differently, so I don't think it's that. I don't feel very stressed, but I'm just all the time.
Yeah, it's probably vitamin D deficiency. We had 2 weeks of sun. That's not enough.
That's it. And probably an iron deficiency, but I was on iron tablets before and I don't fucking take them. I don't take any tablets I was supposed to take.
Well, you're a silly cunt.
No, I know that. But, you know. But I feel like I am actually somebody that does tend to just to subscribe to the wellness industry privately. But yes, I think I do. So, I'm interested. So, I don't tend to have bad skin. I've often had relatively okay skin. It's breaking out a little bit now because I'm using retinol because I had loads of under the skin bumps and they weren't turning into spots. They weren't going away. So I was like, right, okay, I'll start using it again. So yeah, I do tend to. I actually spend a lot of time looking at wellness things, looking at creams, lotions, potions, do this, don't do this, do this. Do I actually do them? Not really, but I do tend to subscribe to them, although my health is not bad.
Oh.
So
you're pretty good.
It's interesting. It's very interesting. Like, I do like yoga. And so obviously, like, Pilates and yoga are akin. Yoga is more spiritual, Pilates is purely exercise. I do quite like the spiritual element of yoga. It's very reflective, very what's the word?
Yoga-ish?
Yeah, calming. That's the word, calming. But I don't do the whole journaling lifestyle, this kind of shite. But yeah, I am. Nice. I don't think I'm a sucker because, interestingly, so that gets us on nicely to our next point. I think that there is a place in the world for health and wellness.
Yes.
Has it got a little bit cuckoo bananas?
Yes.
Yes, it has.
A bit crazy.
Especially
like
loco.
Celebrities who have like access to like labs. Like, why is Kourtney Kardashian doing vitamins?
So as well, please, if the Kardashians are promoting anything, do not buy it.
Especially
Don't buy
that
it.
fucking SlimFit tea.
SlimFit tea, vitamins, hair gummies.
Oh my god.
Like whatever.
We don't need hair gummies.
So I'm fine.
we are fine.
Fine. So, oh my god, this is a plot twist. But my grandma, my grandmammy, she has been digging into some of our heritage, and there is connections.
It's like Sephardic Jew.
To Ashkenazi Judaism. No, Romany travellers. Which doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me because that head of hair is not English.
No, I know.
That head of hair on your mum and you.
Mum, dad. But the thing is, though, my mum and dad look quite similar, which doesn't really explain. Doesn't help.
But your mum has great hair.
So it's the grandma on my mum's side that there's connections to Romany travellers.
That head of hair's not English.
That skin colour is not English. Like, we look at the sun and we're like, tan. And like, but the thing is that my dad looks like that as well.
Well.
So, I was listening to a podcast the other day, like a history one, and interestingly, we are all connected to royalty in some way because the population back then was so small that there was some way that you would be related to a royal. So, who do you think you are is a bit of a scam.
My pronouns are Your Majesty.
Your Grace. Your Grace. But yes. So, heritage, slightly Romany traveller, which is... Well. Yeah. Surprise. But, similarly to, as we were saying, if the Kardashians are promoting anything... Do not buy it. Like, these women have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to pump into their body, to spend at the gym... to lose that weight,
that's something else.
To buy these clothes, to buy these wellness paraphernalia that don't work.
Yeah.
So, just because they are promoting some SlimFit tea that actually just gives you the shits, like it actually.
Sometimes the body needs it.
To be fair, maybe I'd take one and see what happened.
Maybe I'd take one and just cleanse myself.
Maybe I'd just take one and just hope for the best because I don't think it would work.
No.
Like you need like a freaking JCB digger to get the shit out of my body. Like enema just ain't cutting it. But yes, so when these people, these celebrities like we're talking about are promoting fit tea, like this, even these wellness retreats that are like thousands and thousands of dollars and claim to change your life.
Fucking crazy. Like,
waste of money.
Yeah.
So I think that... Okay, I've got a theory.
Okay.
So this is turning into a history podcast. Ooh. So way back when, in the Victorian era, have you heard of the term quacks?
No.
So, these are people who are not licensed doctors or anything like that, but they would peddle, quote unquote, or sell these wares that claim to do things like hair growth serum.
Oh my god.
Stuff for like women's fertility. So
madness.
Slight, maybe dare I say Victorian witch doctors, slightly, but they're not doctors.
Yeah.
And they claim to be doctors. Because back then doctor was not a protected title, so you could call yourself a doctor and it didn't matter.
Correct.
So, I think we are seeing that re-represented in the wellness industry.
Especially, like, on TikTok and stuff. Like, anyone on TikTok could call themselves a nutritionist. Anyone on TikTok could call themselves a, like, personal coach.
Do not fuck. Oh, a personal coach makes me just die.
It's like, well...
Can I see your degree in psychology?
Yeah.
Can I see your degree in...
Or, like, personal training.
My personal coach, she did a freaking module in...
You have a personal coach?
No, I'm just saying, like...
Oh, I was gonna say...
No, I am the personal coach.
You are.
Please. No, so my girl over here, she's, like, on TikTok promoting her personal coaching sessions.
Yeah.
She took a course in marketing, first and foremost.
That's true.
And she probably watched a YouTube video on how to coach people.
And went to Harvard online school for 2 weeks.
She did a fucking sports fitness degree. Coaching.
So
yeah, I think we are seeing quackery, which is the term, represented again in the wellness industry.
Yeah.
It's actually called quackery. Which
Quackery.
I don't get why they were called quacks, but they were called quacks.
And you know what? I love it. That's... Yeah, I sort of hate it. And, like, it's fun to see what other people are saying, because I think there's an element of consistency there, that if multiple people are saying it, I'll research it, because there's multiple people vowing for that.
So the actual definition of a quack is a fraudulent or ignorant pretender to medical skill. So genuinely, we are seeing it. Desperation for a cure led her to a quack who took her money. A person who pretends...
Oh my God.
A person who pretends, professionally or publicly, to have skill, knowledge, or qualifications they do not possess.
That's...
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah. So...
Spicy.
So it was replicated in the Victorian era because people had more fucking time to worry about these things. No, it's true. Like...
Fucking time.
Like, they did. They
but
had...
Also...
Because, like, if you think about it in the medieval era, people were ploughing fields till 8 p.m, they'd have dinner, shag their missus and go to bed.
Yeah.
And they'd go plough the fields again. But then what we saw is kind of like a class structure implemented in the Victorian era, where women were actually kind of allowed to have jobs. The home was really important. We had more time to socialise, and we had more time to worry about these things.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's... Yeah, I think it's again to it, but I think now having jobs also is allowing that quackery, because we have our own we have our own money. We're consuming it, and also it's so sad to where people will go to change their appearance and like fit these molds by society because of the health, you know. Yeah. Like. Sorry, like, your teeth are not white enough. Let me just spend £3,000 that I don't have
to Turkey
to get turkey teeth that don't look like. If those fall off, you have fucking goose
knobs.
Teeth.
Yeah.
So you couldn't pay me enough.
At the very least, just get.
Don't shave.
Exactly.
Don't
at the very least, just get composite bonding. Get
braces.
It's not enamel. It's just
get braces.
What is it? It's
Invisalign.
It's like a ceramic cap that just sits on the bottom to make it bigger. That's it.
But get Invisalign. Costs you less.
Yeah.
It's more normal. Turkey teeth.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't be friends with you. I'm gonna start staring at your teeth.
But do you know what I really, really worry for?
BBLs. That's a massive thing in Latin America. Yeah. BBLs. People go
to Brazil, don't they?
People BBL. But BBLs in Brazil are like everywhere. There's probably like good places. But there's people who, like, go to Brazil and, like, get injected in, like, a fucking hotel room.
I saw that thing on Botched where she got, like, injected with cement. And I was like, oh! Yeah, this woman got a BBL and she got... But do you know...
Cement!
But do you know what the problem is? It is genuinely... Now, I hate to keep bringing them up because they're not bad people.
The Kardashians.
But, interestingly, I saw a doctor on...
Cement?
Yeah.
You can't even, like... Oh, if you're clapping cheeks, that has to hurt.
Clapping cheeks, blow my house down, big wolf.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it all
Cement.
it was all just lumps in
Obviously.
her body. Oh. But not, it wasn't like bricks fucking injected into her side. But like it was just, it was like literally like craters, nodules on her legs and stuff like that. Yeah. And they just mixed it in with more quackery, which is It's all stemming from the Victorian era.
I wish you could see my face.
Welcome to our Victorian era podcast.
Medievals.
So, what was it? I can't remember what it was called.
I don't even want to know.
So back in the day, people would, to make things cheaper, they would, what's the word? They would put things in the bread. So say, for example, you have bread, you've got bread, dough, flour, people would put things like arsenic powder, plaster of Paris, because it would reduce the amount of
flour that you need.
Flour, whatever else you needed, flour, water, whatever else you needed to put in. It would reduce that amount, so it would reduce your overheads. But obviously, it's toxic. So the cement thing is that, say for example, they mix cement with whatever goes into your body. I don't know what it is.
Oh god, that makes me
They
sick.
mix that, so that lowers their costs of having to buy it again.
There has to be some middle point between silicone and cement. There has to be.
I feel like there would be a better option. Yeah.
Cement. That is.
Yeah, she was on Botched.
I loved that show.
It was great.
I want to watch it again.
So I saw this doctor on, I think it might have been TikTok or maybe even YouTube or something like that, and she was saying that interestingly the Kardashians have kind of taken an aspect from every single culture and put it on their body. Yeah, so they've got like hair that we tend to see on Southeast. I'm really sorry, I don't know who the lady was, but they've got hair that you tend to see on South Asian women or just Asian women in general. Lips and bums, obviously, that you would see on people of colour. Waists that you would tend to see on white people, Caucasian people. Similarly with their eyes, their lashes, you tend to see that on Caucasian people. And they've kind of assimilated it into this one
breed of woman,
which is just completely unobtainable.
It really is.
Unless you have that amount of money. Yeah, but even if you have that amount of money, you're still not going to look like them.
Or like, they're taking things from my culture that has been deemed dirty, that have been deemed...
That was it. Like, it was the lips from Latin culture.
Yeah, but it's just like the way they're like hoops and like slick back hair. People used to like that would be like
appropriation.
That would be like chola behavior. Like people wouldn't want to be friends with you because you're wearing like, you know, big hoops and like lip liner and like all that stuff. But like now, the white girls take over and it's a clean girl aesthetic.
Oh, don't. Yeah, no, don't.
Babe.
But also as well, like, people, like, aspire to be models as well. And I'm like, oh, they're not. Yeah. They're not healthy. They're not well.
They're not healthy.
No, I don't mean well as in...
No, but it's
you know, they're of sound mind. But there's definitely, like...
There's ugly parts.
There's such ugly parts to it.
Like, there's so much, like, hatred of, like, your own body from yourself that's sort of indoctrinated through seeing other people who are smaller than you and taller than you and all this stuff, but also from the industry itself. And then I think the glamorous part is so public that people forget to see the ugly parts. Like, one of my friends, she's like, I was not booked for about 6 months. And then I was booked for 3 jobs within a week, and then I wasn't booked for 2 weeks.
But then do you know also how they pay you? They pay you in cycles.
Yeah.
So you'll do, say for example, you'll do London Fashion Week. Yeah. And you won't get paid for like 2 months till it's over and they can sit down and actually pay you.
That's wild.
So you may do London Fashion Week, but you won't get paid for 2-3 months post London Fashion Week.
That's crazy.
Because they'll pay you in a, like I say, in a cycle.
Like in arrears.
It's almost like terms, like school terms. They'll pay you like that.
That's crazy.
Which is just, so you'll get a lot of money, yeah, but you've got to make it last.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't even think you get a lot of money necessarily. You might get, I don't know. I don't even know.
It depends on the model you are.
I think the one thing in terms of the current health and well-being industry that I cannot fucking stand, and I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill.
I'll probably die on it with you.
Wellness retreats.
Oh my god. Yeah. They're a scam.
Do not go on a wellness retreat.
Awareness retreat.
Wellness retreat. Do not. It is not a replacement for psychological or psychiatric help. No. It will not cure you. You'll feel better, but then you'll feel shit again. Yeah. Okay?
You'll be on a high for about 2 weeks, and then you'll come back to reality.
And also, I'm saying it's different than a yoga retreat. Because actually, interestingly, a yoga retreat is yoga, and then the spirituality of it. So actually, technically, a yoga retreat is better than a wellness retreat.
Yeah, because you're being active and you're doing things.
You're being active, but also you're reflecting on yourself.
Yeah.
In a way that isn't pushing and peddling this, opening up the third eye and you know, and seeking this, and I realised what I was missing was this and this, and spending weeks in the wilderness eating my own shit around a campfire cured me. Depression gone.
Gone. Are you kidding? That would, if anything, make me want to kill myself more.
And if I dare say, do you know what started out as a wellness retreat?
Burning Man.
That. But no, the Nixium cult. So think about that.
Did you see that in the How to Become a Cult Leader?
No, I know about it before because there's one on Prime.
Ah.
What was it called?
But if you do want to watch that, the How to Become a
Cult Leader. But yes,
a cult leader.
That really started off as a wellness retreat.
Wow.
Oh, the one on Amazon Prime I think is called The Cult of Nixium. I think it's called. I'm just literally gonna...
I'll watch that.
It's actually really good.
We love these documentaries.
I fucking love it. That started off as a wellness retreat.
Yeah, there was one in How to Become a...
yeah, Nixium. It was in that. They didn't do the full spread on it, but...
No, but there was another guy who was, like, on the...
The blind guy?
No. He was a personal trainer. And he wanted everyone to be, like, really skinny and really fit.
What was it? Something...
I don't know. The name... But it was just weird. I was like, oh, people have to be this. Yeah. It's weird. It's actually really interesting. And I think this is what... If these celebrities created the monsters of vitamins and fucking pussy rocks and pussy vapors and all that stuff, if they didn't have the 34 million followers on Instagram, that would be a cult. But they have that public eye that's just like...
Like, Gwyneth Paltrow needs jail time.
Yes. Also, her fucking... Did you see that video? She looks like malnourished and she's
Gwyneth Paltrow's dashcam footage.
Stop.
Was it that?
No. But she was in a video, like a podcast about health and well-being, and she literally has like her vitamins through an IV. And I was like, just have a fucking...
She's unwell.
Just have a fucking normal meal.
Is she actually is she an actress?
Yeah, she was in Glee.
I thought she was a model for some reason.
She was a model, but she's also on Glee.
She's really unwell though. Like, she's really unwell.
Mentally. Also, why do you name your kid Apple?
I think Apple has changed their name.
We'll confirm, one sec.
No.
Apple Martin.
Who called their kid Slash?
Oh, stop it.
Was it that girl who dated Rob Kardashian? What's her name?
Adrian Balin?
No. The other one.
Black China.
No.
Well, the Kardashians have really fucking weird names anyway. True Jackson. That's a Nickelodeon.
True Jackson VP. The only one that is sane in Hollywood is Keke Palmer.
Yes.
This is a Keke Palmer stan podcast.
Yes, we love Keke. Did you see she's in Usher's music video?
His new one? Or what?
Yeah, his
Usher's
new one.
making music? What the
fuck? But did you not see the whole thing of like Keke Palmer's boyfriend? She went to a concert and he serenaded her, and
I'm not seeing it, no.
Keke Palmer's baby daddy was like, "This is disrespectful. You're a mother. The dress is horrible."
Oh, please.
So then Usher had a song about, "I want to be your boyfriend," or like, "Save your boyfriend," or like something about being boyfriend, and like Keke Palmer's starring in it.
Queen behavior.
Yeah. Apple Martin.
Who called their kid Slash?
Apple TV.
No.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Is she? How old is she now? Oh, she looks just like her mum.
Yeah. She's 19. Bitch, I remember when she was born. That's crazy. She's from London.
Amber Rose.
That
was it. She's
a crazy bitch, and so is Doja Cat.
She called her child Slash Electric.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's see. Gwyneth Paltrow vitamins video.
Oh, God.
She's literally in an IV. In a vitamin drip. That's it.
She looks like a skinwalker. Skinwalker? Daywalker? What's it called?
Skinwalker. A White Walker or something
No, that's
Game of Thrones.
As we're recording this right now, you have a little IV, so, which is so on brand.
Cuckoo!
We pod and IV at the same time.
I'm really embarrassing myself right here.
Why are people accepting
I
this?
love an IV. I'm an early IV adopter. Glutathione, I love to have in an IV. Kind of a random,
do you know
more
what it
fringy
is?
one. Phosphatidylcholine, that's my favorite IV when I can find them. They're quite hard to find.
Yeah.
And those make
I
me
wonder
feel so
why.
good. But this today, just because I was flying, I have just a bag of good old-fashioned vitamins.
If you have a nutritious meal and take your general vitamins from Boots, you will be fine, ladies.
Yeah, if you
I
eat
don't.
your-
I
if you eat
genuinely
your
don't
fine fruit and
understand. What a drip!
What is this?
She clearly hasn't been in hospital often enough because that is the worst
She looks
thing.
like she fucking needs to be.
She-
She looks like the
honestly-
crypt keeper. She looks like the fucking crypt keeper.
Oh, but
She
that's
does.
it. And this is what my daughters are going to be growing up
No.
with. No.
I'm so sorry, but Gwen.
If you're hearing our little shit
if you are
podcast
hearing
from
our
London,
shitty podcast, she is the type of person that would send us a cease and desist as well. Like,
you know what?
Get a line.
I dare you.
She'll never.
Do you have strength to write it? Let me know.
Ooh.
I can't stand her.
Fuego.
Fuego.
Fuego. Mujer.
This is a Kiki Palmer stan
This
and
is
a
a
Gwyneth
Kiki Palmer
Paltrow
stan,
hating
but also
podcast.
As well, Gwenny, girl.
Gwenny.
Gwenny Gwen.
Gwenny Gwen.
Right.
Gwenny
What
Gwen.
are all the fanny candles, the fucking fanny crystals? What are they replacing in your life? That's what I want to know. Like,
Legit. Are you insecure about your own vagina? Get a therapist.
I think so. I think
Like-
so. Like these IV drips, and she goes, "Oh, it's really hard to find."
Why do you
I
think
wonder
so?
Why?
I probably cleaned my pool with that. It
Who is-
sounds like I cleaned my pool
Yeah,
with that.
gliothudamate. Who is selling you this?
Bless you.
crap? Who is?
She's going straight.
Adios, míos.
She's going straight to the hospital. She's like, I want one of those.
Like, who is telling you that this is okay? That's what I want to know.
Who? Yeah.
Because there ain't no doctor. It ain't no doctor.
It's not a doctor.
Because ain't no doctor gonna risk their medical license for that shit.
No.
But also, she sat there on this podcast
Looking-
with an IV drip, looking like the crypt keeper, and
Like,
I'm
the only reason why you should have an IV drip is if you're in hospital
That's
and
it.
genuinely need it.
that's it. And these fucking IV drips when you have a hangover, like I literally saw them at Lost Village last year. So you could go into this tent that had, you know, so if you had a really bad hangover, you could lay down and have the IV drip,
Again,
like
a banana and Lucozade sorts you out.
like at Coachella.
Oh
And I'm
my
like-
god. What is... this shit doesn't make me want to live.
I think-
Every day I turn into my dad and I'm like,
I think because
this
it looks
just
really,
doesn't...
I think because it looks really glossy, celebs are promoting it, and to be fair as well, obviously with the rise of social media, we are around it 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, I'll turn on my fucking TV, I'll be watching a YouTube video about a cat wanking into a cup.
Stop.
I don't watch that on YouTube, but I'm just saying.
I was going to say, I'm
It
concerned.
might be on YouTube, I don't know.
Please.
Google it. I'll be watching cake farts on YouTube because that's on there. I know that. Don't ask me why. And I'll be watching that, and then an ad will come up for something health and wellness related.
Yeah.
And I'm like Apple Watch, Samsung Watch, track your health.
What happened to regular watches?
So we were working in the library earlier.
Yeah.
There was a kid with an Apple Watch. I saw him.
Oh my god, so many kids have Apple Watches. Like, what do you need Apple Watches for?
Girl,
Ben 10.
You are
The fuck?
so true. Ben.
Are you Ben 10 saving my life?
All right.
No.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Chill the fuck out.
Stop.
Eh,
Ben 10.
C'est non.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's harmful.
It's harmful, and I think we're doing okay.
No, actually.
I think it's quite harmful because...
Girls, gays and theys, are you ready?
No.
The global corporate, so that's companies and then the celebrities that they pay to promote,
Oi.
wellness market,
Yes.
I'm pausing for effect,
Oh.
was worth 53.5 billion in 2022. But that's kind of explainable because we were all locked up. Ain't nobody got anything better to do than drink athletic greens. And is estimated to reach 55.8 billion in 2023. Approximately 75% of large employers and 33% of small companies run wellness programs.
That's crazy.
So, do we think the wellness industry is helpful or harmful?
I think it's both, but it all depends on your own confidence and your own security within yourself.
I think if you are using it to replace something in your life, you need to seek
Assistance. Yeah.
from a medical or clinical doctor.
Not a Quaker. Wait, those are the people who went to America.
Don't slate the
A
Quakers.
quack.
They're nice.
A quack.
A quack.
Yeah. I think it's a 50-50 because if I'm buying...
I think the health industry, great. Better than it's ever been before. The wellness industry, scam.
Yeah. It's a scam, and it's a dangerous scam if you essentially become submissive to Gwyneth Paltrow and her fucking IV drips and pussy ropes.
Is it called Droop or Goop?
Goop. Which is...
Does it stand for something?
I don't know.
Goop is exactly what it is, because Goop is just liquid...
In your pussy.
No. Goop is something
that drips.
It's like a liquid, that creamy thing that drips.
Come.
So back to my history podcast. Back in the medieval era, right? They weren't worrying about this shit.
No.
And they were fine. They were fine and healthy. Yeah. I watched an episode of an archaeologist documentary. Their teeth were fine.
Yeah.
Their bones were fine.
Yeah.
They were healthy. They were fine.
Yeah. It's placebo.
I think some of it is founded, like vitamins, I think are good for you.
Because, oh my god,
because there is no way that we can get all of it nowadays,
especially where we live, where we get 3 days of sun every year.
And we're working for those 3 days.
Yeah, legit, we're working, we don't even go outside.
Yeah. So I think, vitamins and things like that, which have been around for a while, are fine.
Yeah.
But if I were to direct you back to my history podcast... We might have to make a splinter podcast about history, because I do fucking love history.
I love history too.
But if we do go back to then, people used to promote smoking.
Yeah, people used to smoke the way the fucking house just shook
it. The house, monster house.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, people used to promote smoking. People used to fucking promote thalidomide.
People used to promote masturbation for hysteria.
That kind of works.
Yeah.
That one's okay.
That one's okay.
If I'm crying, I'll have a wank.
It'll be fine.
Sorry. Sad wank in a pot noodle. Science.
Oh, I want one.
No. That's definitely not help. But I think the health industry has actually come on leaps and bounds.
Oh, there's so much research.
The technology.
There's so much research
but like we say, the research and the doctors, scientists, fucking qualified people that are doing it are fine.
Yeah.
But also as well, I really appreciate that actually lots of companies are leaning into, not wellness. Have you ever seen the film A Cure for Wellness? I think so. Anyway, not wellness, but well-being. I appreciate that, and I like that.
Well-being, yeah.
That companies are going, okay, actually, we need to stop people getting burnout. We need to look after our employees' mental health.
Yeah.
So, for example, my company, they are part... Sorry to make you all jealous, but they are part of the 4-day trial, the 4-day working week trial.
I love that.
Has it... I mean, it's not helped my tiredness, but has it improved my well-being? Yes.
Yeah.
Drastically. I find that when I do so I do a 9-day week, which is where I do 5 days, so Monday to Friday, 1 week, and then the next week I do 4 days, and I have... So every other Friday off. The 2nd and 4th week of the month, I have a Friday off. I find when I'm working those 5 days, I'm shattered. Yeah. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
And then when I'm working my 4 days, great. Love it.
Yeah.
High on life.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And we have, as well, the company I work for, they have this app called the Health Assured app. So it's an app that you can go to, you can seek medical so it's kind of a bit like Livy, if anybody's heard of that.
Sounds familiar.
So Livy is this app where basically you can have a video phone call with a doctor for £29 a call. And you can book anytime you want. Well, not 24 hours, but later. Yeah. So I think they work till like 8 p.m. You can get prescriptions and stuff like that, and it was directly used to tackle, obviously like the NHS issue and stuff like that. But yeah, basically my company, they have the Health Assured app. So one of my colleagues is actually working through an ADHD diagnosis with the Health Assured app.
Wow.
You can speak to a clinical psychologist.
Wow.
You can speak to a doctor. Yeah. You can, there's a helpline as well, so if you're worried but you don't know whether it's actually an issue, you can speak to them.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good.
That's a good company.
Pretty good. Oh, the company I work for is categorically a personal wellbeing service, so they tend to err on the side of personal wellbeing for employees and clients as well, yeah.
Nice. I think my company, they're just nice human beings, so that helps a lot.
That's it, your manager makes your job. Tell me about it.
Yeah. And that's, the fact, I was so fragile the other day, and my boss, I was asking him all of the questions, one specifically, love him. I was asking him all the questions, and he was like, most importantly, are you okay? Like, are you fine? And I was like, I might cry.
That's so sweet.
I might cry because you look out for me.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I notice it how within my bosses, they speak about mental health and how patient they are with each other.
Interestingly.
And with themselves. And I think that's a massive change.
I saw this diagram, and it was like 3 people pulling a cart with a rope. And then it was like what managers shouldn't do. So there's 3 people pulling the cart, and the manager sat in the cart and pointing, giving directions. No. And then the second image is what managers should do, and they were pulling the cart, and the manager was at the front of the rope going, let's go this way.
Yeah.
That's what managers should do.
Yeah, and that's my bosses.
But to conclude. Health, love it. Great if it's from a licensed doctor, a scientist, or somebody who has a qualification. The wellness industry, scam.
An absolute scam. Take care of yourself. Be safe.
And my advice for the day
Wear
is...
a condom.
And shave your buttholes. Girls and boys alike. Shave your butt holes.
Find a trusted wax lady.
That's for guys and girls. Backsack and crack. Don't be ashamed, boys. They've seen a million buttholes before.
And on that note,
goodbye.
Bye.
And we will be making a history podcast. Stay tuned. I think we should make a history podcast.
I'm sorry.